Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. You know, I get a lot of requests and ideas sent from viewers, and one of the things that people ask about is stuff for their lockers. So what I'm going to be making today is what I call a yogurt cup locker keeper. So this is going to be made for a metal locker. It's going to be actually a magnetic little container. It's got a magnet on the back, and it'll just stick right into your locker. And this is where you can keep things like hair supplies or clips or erasers or those things that you need for class, and you want to be able to grab them really quick, get them, and go. Well, this is the answer. The solution is a yogurt cup locker keeper. Now, I have to tell you that this was actually sent to me by a viewer, two viewers. They sent me a little video on their own version of their yogurt cup locker keeper. And so I've used their idea, and now I'm going to show you how to make it. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need some yogurt cups. Now these kind of yogurt cups are special ones. They come with a lid that actually snaps on top, which is what you want. You can also use condiment cups. These are great. You can usually get these in the like the restaurant kind of supply stores, but you can also find these at restaurants, and usually they'll let you take one or two if you ask them nicely. You're going to need some tape. You're going to need magnets. Now these magnets, the kind that I'm using here, these are business card magnets. And what they are is they are a magnet that has a sticky back and a little piece of paper on it, and they're made to stick on the back of a business card so that that business card could then stick to a refrigerator or whatever and help you remember who gave you the business card. But you can get these at like stationery stores. Sometimes you can find this kind of stuff also in crafting stores. It comes in strips. So I'm going to be using that kind of magnet today. We're also going to be using some scissors. We'll need some scissors and parchment paper, but you don't necessarily need this. You only need this if you're going to be making a label or a sticker for the front of your, like I did here, for the front of your container. So if you want to have that label, then parchment paper is going to be a good thing to have. But if you don't worry about it. And I'm going to have some Sharpie pens. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is take our yogurt cup. Now, very, very important. Yogurt is a milk product, and because it's a milk product, it needs to be cleaned very, 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 very seriously, because anytime you get any milk product left over, it gets stinky, and you don't want to have anything stinky in your locker. So make sure you clean it out really, 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 really good. Use soapy water, hot soapy water. Just get it really, really nice and clean, and that's going to leave you with this great cup. Okay, now what I'm going to do, you got to do this very, very carefully. Adults, I would supervise on this one. You want to remove the label, and all I'm going to do is very carefully, I've opened up my scissors. I'm just going to very carefully slice down the side like that, and that should cut that plastic for me so that I can just take that off. Now the great thing here is, if you want to, you can just decorate with Sharpie markers, because they will do a really nice job of coloring and decorating any way you want on that cup. However, I'm going to show you how to do it with duct tape here, since everybody likes duct tape. Okay, for this, to cover this entire thing, what I want to do is I want to do strips. I could cover it with one big piece, but it's going to get bunchy and kind of scrunchy around here. So I'm going to teach you how to do nice, even layers. So what I want to do is kind of basically figure out how big it is. It's about that big. We'll rip that like that. I'm going to rip this into 3. 1, 2, and 3. And what I'm going to do is, oh, this is a little wet still. Let me take one that's dry. See, I told you, got to clean it out really, really good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to basically lay the edge right along that lip there. I'm going to smooth it down as I go, and I'm going to go up and over the top and come up and over the bottom here. Now, I don't want to come around to this area here, because that's where the lid goes. And if I put too much tape here, what's going to happen is the lid won't fit on. So what I'm actually going to do is snip this off with my scissors right here. Okay, so that's my first layer there. Now I'm going to take my second one. Now what I'm going to do is lay this right next to it. See how that's there? I'm going to overlap by about 1/8 of an inch. Now, what you're going to see happening is it's not going to go straight. And the reason it's not going to go straight is because the angle on the cup, it's actually going to go on a diagonal. See how it's starting to make an X? That's okay. Don't be worried about that. That's exactly what you want it to do. So it's going to come over to the other side. It's going to be on the opposite side of this cup, on this side of the cup. So snip that off. And you're going to keep going like this, going around and around until, so see, I've gone to the outside again. See, it's outside there. And I'm just going to keep doing this until I have covered my cup. So if I want to, I could keep going here. And it's probably going to end up taking about 4 full strips ripped into 3. So about 12 strips to go all the way around. Now, you can see how I've done it here, all the way around, and it's all covered. And it's gone over the bottom and around the top. Now, I'm just going to jump ahead here. And what I want to do is seal this edge here. So let's just pretend the whole thing is covered like that. And what I'm going to do now is seal this. So once again, I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to rip it or cut it. It's up to you how you want to do it. And I'm going to rip it or cut it into a third here. And I'm just going to lay it right on that edge and go all the way around. Just like that. And I'm just going to seal it. And that will make sure that all my edges look really nice and clean. Okay, so there you go. I mean, I could even do my cup this way, leave it this way, and then in the blank spaces, you know, draw smiley face or whatever else you wanted to put in there. Okay, now once this is all decorated, you want to add the magnet. And what I've done here is when you get these magnets, they're actually this big. They're business card size. And I've just cut these in half with a pair of scissors. They cut really easily. You pull the sticker part off and lay it on the back. And now it sticks, just like that. So I want to just label my front here. And so what I'm going to do is take a piece of tape. I've got this tape left over. And I'm going to put it on a piece of parchment paper here. And the reason I'm using this parchment paper is it makes it easier for me to cut my duct tape into a shape. Trying to cut duct tape when it's got a sticky back is really difficult. So what I'm going to do is just take this and cut it into a nice little circle. Like this. Now, if you want to, this is a great part, you know, where you could use a little circle shape, trace around the circle shape on here, and then just cut it out to get a better circle. But that's pretty close to a circle. And then what I'm going to do here is write what I'm going to keep in here. So I'm going to say, let's see, I'm going to put erasers in here. So I'm just going to write on here what it is with my Sharpie pen. Peel it off. The reason I love parchment paper is because, like a real sticker back, it keeps your duct tape moist and sticky, but you can leave it around for like weeks and come back to it later and it'll still be like a sticker. You can peel it off. Wax paper has a tendency, because a lot of people ask me if you can use wax paper. Wax paper has a tendency to bind to the tape, and so you can't peel it off, which is not a good thing. All right, makes it easy for cutting, but it does not make it easy for peeling off. There we go. So I put that on there. And now I just put my stuff inside here. I know that's not erasers, but let's just pretend it is. Okay, and pop the lid on. And there you go. It's ready for when I need it. I just put that in my locker. And the next time I need something, I just run to my locker, grab it real quick, open it up, get out what I need, pop it back on, boom, I'm off to class. And there you have it. For more great locker ideas, come and check us out at Sophie-World.com.